guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been so long since I've actually filmed anything, and so many of you have actually asked for more videos, which I'm really surprised about because I just thought, you know, nobody was really that bothered. So much has happened since I last filmed. The last one I filmed was my holiday clothing haul, which was way back in like June. So yeah, here I am again with a little life update. I feel like really excited to get going. This vlog is going to be about a bit of a life update, alopecia update, and I'm going to go through my wig collection as well because I have got so many wigs now, it's unreal. I've gone from spending all my money on like food to hair and clothes. I'm going to be swishing my head a lot. I've literally just had a fringe cut into this wig and it's at that stage where it's not quite settled yet. So I keep like flicking it around and yeah, so I'm really sorry if it's annoying, but yeah, there we go. Where do I start? I keep catching myself in the viewfinder and I literally don't even look like me. I just thought I'd give you guys a bit of an update. So it's been a year now this month since my hair started falling out. I can't believe it's actually been a year. Like, it's so mad to actually think about. It has been a whole year. It was this time last year that I went for a hair appointment, and it was 2 weeks after that that my hair started then coming out in clumps, and then it was January when I shaved off what I had left. So yeah, it's been a year since that really scary time where it all just started coming out. So initially I was diagnosed with alopecia areata. That must have been January. Yeah, so they first diagnosed with areata, which is essentially patches across the scalp, patches of hair that fall out. They're usually really perfectly round patches. I didn't think that was what I had because it was sort of coming out everywhere. Within a couple of weeks, I'd gone back for another appointment and they then put me as totalis, which is total scalp loss. And then I think it was May where they finally told me it was universalis, which is a total body. By that point, I'd pretty much lost every single hair on my body. I had a little patch on my crown, which was there was still hair there, but everything else had come out. So now, what are we on? 1st of November, oh my God, there's quite a lot of hair, which is really weird. It's really difficult not to get your hopes up completely because obviously it's really exciting to see the hair growing. It's not growing everywhere, but there's definite growth. So I put that down to me stopping my contraceptive pill. So in May I stopped taking it. I've been on this pill since, oh my God, I was about 16. So it's just short of 10 years basically. Never had a problem with it. Obviously I was just taking my pill as I had been for the last 8 years before that. When I stopped taking it in May, I just didn't want to take the pill anymore. I was more conscious, especially since my hair had started falling out. I was more conscious of what I was actually putting inside my body, and I just thought, you know what, this is another thing I could try. I was taking endless vitamins. The only other tablets I was on were my contraceptive pill and also citalopram, which is an antidepressant. I thought, well, if I stop taking the hormones, I wonder if that will have some sort of effect, especially after I was told that my alopecia was most likely to be an autoimmune disorder, which is where your body attacks your immune system. There's no reason why. They don't know much about it. So I just thought maybe it would be a good idea if I stopped taking it for a while and see what happens. Since then, I look back at pictures of my scalp from May to now, there's so much growth. So much growth. Just don't understand how there is so much. The only thing with stopping my contraceptive pill is that it did really help my skin. So I've had cystic acne since I was about 15, 16, which is why when I asked to go on the pill, they put me on one that was going to help my skin as well. The only downside to me then stopping my pill is my cystic acne's come back. Hence why I'm just covered in spots. And they're not just spots, they're cysts. They're painful. So even though I'm growing hair, my skin is shit, basically. So that's fun. So yeah, I've been back to the doctors today. I've been prescribed some gel, which is basically going to make my skin fall off, so that's brilliant. But hopefully it will help my skin, it will help it to sort of even itself out. He told me when he prescribed me it that it might not work at all because cystic acne is hormonal. It sort of comes from within rather than like external factors that would cause normal spots, such as dirt, oiliness, things like that, that would block your pores and cause the spots. Mine are caused internally So it's really difficult to actually treat it without putting something into your body, which I'm really scared to do because obviously I don't want my growth to fall out again. We will see if that helps. So I'm sorry about the lack of makeup, but it looks shit with makeup, shit without. So we're just gonna go without. Currently, my arm hair, I'm getting fluff. I can just about see that in the light. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that. So there is a little bit of growth. My legs have got so much growth. My eyebrows have started coming back through. My scalp, obviously. My face, I had a dermaplaning treatment done last week because my face was so fluffy. I used to wax it before I lost everything, but it hasn't grown back for so long. I've not needed any sort of wax or anything, but I actually was able to have a dermaplaning treatment and get the full result because there was so much fuzz on my face. It was ridiculous. So yeah, it's a good thing. So yeah, I've just got so much growth. My eyelashes are still not brilliant. I've got this eye, which has never disappeared. These ones here, they went a few months ago and they've just not grown back. I've had one or two, but each time I notice them, they disappear a few days later, and I think it might be from where I'm taking my makeup off. It's rubbing away the fragile hair. I don't know. But that is the one thing that annoys me. I would take all the rest of my hair off if I could just have this one eye to be full of eyelashes, because it is the most annoying thing. And I feel like you've always got a good side. This is my good side. This side, I look naked. So it's weird. At least that's my bad side anyway. So I never take pictures this side. I always take them this side. This is my good side. That is where we're at with growth. I'll show you my scalp actually. So in terms of my scalp, I clean shaved my head about a week and a half ago. I had let it get really, really long. There's no point in me keeping it long because it's still quite patchy. So I clean shaved it and then I've just sort of started again. So in terms of growth, it's grown back so dark. It's ridiculous. I've been dyeing my hair since I was about 12 years old, so I've not seen my natural colour in 13 years, I think. That's a long time. Oh my god. So I had no idea how dark it was. There is so much. Let me spin around and show you the back. So obviously on the back we've still got some patchiness, but there is so much. Before it stopped here, I had a little patch here. The growth stopped here and all of this was completely smooth. There's now so much growth there. I keep getting little ingrowing hairs where the hairs are coming back through again. The sides are still quite patchy, but they're not too bad. The front of my head, I have this weird little patch here, which is just great. This side again, really smooth. But yeah, I'm really impressed as to how much it's actually grown back. So I've still been using my Nioxin shampoo. I am using my Betnovate. The Betnovate that the dermatologist prescribed me way back in January, I stopped using because my hair was still falling out. And when I found out it was autoimmune, I thought, well, there's no point in me using things externally because they're not going to work. But since I've noticed all this growth, I have been using the Betnovate again. I don't know if it's helping, but it's one of those things I just think I might as well just keep going with it. That's where I'm up to with my growth. In terms of me, I think my confidence has been so much more since sort of the start of this summer. I've felt a lot better in myself. I think I was coming to terms with it. I've had so many new wigs this summer. I've just really been enjoying life again, which is really strange. I didn't really feel like I would get to a stage that I'm at now. It's weird. I think a lot of people assume that I'm okay with it now because I am confident with where I'm at now. I think people think, oh, well, it's okay, she's all right with it. And I have had a few people say to me, you know, you've got growth, that's great, like, you're getting better. No, like, it doesn't work like that. Like, yeah, I'm getting growth, but it's not a full head of hair. It's not growing everywhere. I don't know if it's gonna keep growing. I don't know if it's going to fall out tomorrow, next week, next year. There's literally no telling. And I think that's the hardest bit, because even if it does grow back and I get my hopes up, it could all just go again. Like, there's never a day where I'm not going to think, what if it comes out again? What if it grows back? This last couple of weeks have been a struggle. but I don't think it's because of my alopecia. I think it's just life, it's a change in seasons, it's getting colder. I think I'm still at an okay place. I've been feeling down about my skin. I just think it's a difficult thing for other people to understand, I think, because unless you're actually in the situation, you never know how you're going to cope with things like this. Like, I think I have coped really well, and I'm quite surprised, but I think because of who I am as a person, I'm constantly looking for alternatives. I'm constantly shopping around for different things. I have found where to buy the wigs that I feel good in. I've found things that have made me feel happier. I'm always looking for the best of the best in everything. I really do think that some of the wigs that I've bought, although they are massively expensive, they are the reason why I've been feeling so good. So yeah, I've spent so long trying to find the perfect wigs that I feel good in. I've spent so long researching how to stick them on so they look as flawless as they can. I've spent so long trying to find glues and adhesives that work for me. The hardest bit was, I think, waking up every day like this. I found a glue that I could use that would keep it on for up to a week at a time, and it was so nice to not feel the wig on. It felt like my own, like I'd forget I was wearing it. I wasn't worried about it peeling up. I just felt like I looked normal, and people weren't going to look at me and think she's wearing a wig or that's a dodgy hairline, things like that. And I think that really helped my confidence so much. This week I realised I'm allergic to that glue now, so that's great. This is Ghost Bond. I have since bought a dab-on protector for my scalp. I haven't tried it yet. It literally came yesterday. Apparently it's supposed to put like a protective film around your hairline to protect the glue from actually sitting on your skin. I've spoke to quite a few people online and they have the same problem. They find that they get it with plasters, they get it with wig tape, they get it with various glues because it's the irritating ingredient on the skin. I don't know if I've still got them up, but I did have a big red hoop around my head, which was great. So I'm feeling okay. So I'm going to run through my wig collection and show you every single one. So I found that I do need to wear a wig cap at all times now. Whatever wig I've got on, my scalp is so sensitive to it. It's usually the inside of the lace and it sort of scratches my head and it's really irritating, so I have been wearing wig caps a lot more. So the wig that I started off with at the start of this video, I'll pop that back on. So this is my Trendco diamond. I got this secondhand off a girl on Facebook that was selling it. And this is warm blonde with caramel highlights, I think. Please ignore the kink from my hair bubble. Like I say, I've just had this fringe put in today. Taking a bit of getting used to, but it's something a bit different. This one is perfect for throwing on. It's so quick. I mean, you've just seen how quickly I've put it on. It's perfect for quickness. It's really good for putting up in a bubble. It's really secure to your head. So the only downside with this is, the reason why I've got the fringe is the hairline is not brilliant. So this is not a natural hairline at all. It's very straight across. I think it's a lace front, but I'm not entirely sure. So you can see the lace around here where it was, but the inside of the cap is very rigid. There's also these silicone tabs where you can stick tape to. But yeah, this is not a wig that you want to wear if you want that really natural hairline. It is very solid. So this is part of the reason why I had this fringe put in today. One, just because I fancied a bit of a change, and two, because I just felt like the hairline is not natural, like at all. I think because I've been wearing my other wigs so much that the hairline is a lot more natural, when I put this one back on, it just did not feel right. I just get really self-conscious of it. It's a fantastic wig, there's so much hair to it, and because it is this sort of rigid cap, it's got these tabs for the ears. Again, not very natural. You can't have your hair all pulled back off your face because it is very straight. But because it is so secure, and including around the back as well, it's flat to the nape of your neck, so you could put it in a high ponytail if you needed to. So I wear this one quite a lot when I'm at work, when I'm doing clients, and I need my hair to be up and out the way. So obviously I'm doing this really quickly. I also took this wig to my hairdressers when I first got it, and I had them put in some baby hairs around the nape so that when I do have it down, it doesn't look quite so perfect, because normally, obviously, when anyone puts the hair up, you do get those little wispy bits. This one's great because you can just have a higher ponytail and it still look pretty natural. Yeah, this one, I do love it. I think it's a love-hate relationship with this wig. It is great for if you're putting it up, obviously really easy to do. It's easy to throw on. It's nice and thick, so if you're going out and stuff and you want a bit more hair, you want that sort of hair extension look, it is great because there is so much hair to it. The downsides, I would say, is that it's not the most comfortable. It is quite scratchy inside. Nothing that a wig cap won't solve, but it does sometimes itch around the hairline where that lace is. It's quite a thick lace. Even though there is only sort of a millimetre of it from the inside of the cap, it is quite scratchy, so it's not the most comfortable for that. Obviously the hairline isn't brilliant. Some people don't mind that. I think I would just rather have it look like it's growing from my scalp. It does have the silicone patches on each ear tab and also on the centre at the top. So if I'm going swimming or I know that I'm going to be doing something high energy, this is the wig that I go to because I can tape it to my head, it will stay. I've been swimming in it loads of times. I've been on the water rapids at Centre Parks, it didn't come off. Yeah, it's a perfect wig for doing all that kind of stuff with. I have dyed it a few times, so I've put toner on it. It got very, very yellow and warm. When I was on holiday, it bleached a little bit in the sun. I have put toners on it, it's been absolutely fine. I always, always, always use professional dye when I'm dyeing any of my wigs, just because it's so much kinder to your hair. It's not got the ammonia and it's not got the high levels of peroxide like you would find in a box dye. I do have a very small head, so my head is 21 inches circumference, sort of around here. But I'm pretty sure this is the normal size. It has got adjusters inside, so you can make it bigger or smaller. I think this retails for £664. Human hair, you can do whatever with it. It comes in loads of different colours. Like I say, I bought this one second hand, but I was looking at it initially before I then found it second hand. I was looking at getting it anyway. It's a good price for the quality, but for me, I don't think I would buy this full price because of the bad points that I've sort of found with it. Otherwise, great wig, really pleased with it, and it's definitely one for if you're wanting a really full human hair wig, definitely go for this one. So next up are two of my favourite wigs. These ones, I had thought about buying one for so long from this company. You see them everywhere by companies that are not this company and that use their images and their videos to pretend that their wigs are going to be amazing quality, and they're not. Freedom Couture. Oh, if you've never looked at Freedom Couture wigs, you need to. They are stunning. They are so, so gorgeous. Every single one of them. They're just really expensive. I've been following this company for so long and always sort of dreamed of having one. So Freedom Couture every Monday drop their new collections, and throughout August they had this sale on. So 10 AM in Australia is about 3 AM here, I believe. So this first drop was happening first Monday in August. I was looking at all the previews, getting really excited because they all look so gorgeous. And this wig I'd been looking at all week, and I told myself, if it's still available when I wake up on the Monday morning, if it hasn't all sold out straight away, then it's meant to be. I woke up at 6:30 in the morning, it was still there. And usually these wigs sell out within minutes. This wig was still there, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna get it. So usually Freedom Couture wigs retail from anything from about £1,000. This wig was £400 and it was still in stock when I woke up, so I just bought it. It came within a week. I was so excited all week, so excited. So this is Janet, named off the website, not by me. She's freshly washed. I haven't straightened or haven't curled her yet. Oh, she's just so soft. She's gorgeous. So this is a stretch cap. As you can see, you've got sort of this lace frontal. The rest inside is stretch cap, so it's got these little toggles that you can use to tighten it up. It's got combs all inside. Obviously don't use them. I really should take them out because sometimes they do irritate me, but I always forget about it. Yeah, so she is this really, really dark, natural dark. She has been slightly bleached on the ends. Like I say, this is just naturally dried. I haven't blow dried, I haven't straightened, I haven't curled. So she does look a little bit frizzy. I have customised this wig slightly, so I have made it slightly smaller. So I ordered this one in a medium because I wasn't sure on my scalp size with Freedom's sizing. So I ordered a medium, but as it was lace at the front, I was able to customise it. There usually is a band, an elastic band inside. I cut that out, and I also cut around the ears a lot because of my small head. The ear tabs were sort of pressing on like where these earrings are. They were pressing, so I have cut those out. So if you do order one, it will come and it will look slightly different inside, but they're all absolutely fine to customise. Obviously, if you know what you're doing or you're confident in what you're going to do to it, go for it. Oh, I just love it. So I haven't had dark hair for so long. I'm so used to seeing myself blonde. I've been blonde for years. I used to be dark always. I always used to go back to dark. This wig is so dark. It was a bit strange getting used to it. I just wasn't prepared to see myself with dark hair. So if I show you this hairline, obviously I haven't stuck it on. It's just as it is. This lace is ridiculous. If I flatten this out, you can barely tell, especially when I've got makeup on, you can barely tell that this is a wig. It is so light. The other thing I like about this wig is the fact that it does have all these baby hairs. I know a lot of people will use mousse to sort of smooth these out. I usually just leave them to be soft. So when this is stuck down, you have got the hair details. I use like a little spoolie brush just to sort of brush them into place. But yeah, when this is stuck on, it's amazing. You can part this one anywhere as well. So if I did want to change the parting to say in the middle, you can part it anywhere and it look just like scalp. This lighting's making my face look really pale, but you can imagine when I've got my face on, it's amazing. I was so impressed with this hairline. I was so impressed. The hair itself is super thick. It's such good quality because it is naturally dark. Nothing has been done to it apart from the ends, which are slightly lighter. So the ends have obviously been bleached to make like a gorgeous caramel colour. Honestly, when I've got this wig on and I've straightened it poker straight, I feel like a Kardashian. I love it. I love it. It is so thick and just so luxury, and because it literally looks like it's growing out of my scalp. I mean, I haven't even glued this on, and it just you can imagine what it looks like when it's properly glued on. It doesn't stick at the back, but you can put it in a high pony and it not look too bad. I'm in love with this. So this one was, it was 400 and something. I paid $60 shipping on top, and there was no customs fees with that one. Yeah, like I say, it was in the sale, so usually their prices are a lot more. The quality and everything, totally worth it. My next one is another Freedom Couture. I paid a lot more for it. It was not in the sale. It was just one of their general wigs. Again, I'd been looking at it, told myself if it's still there, I'm gonna get it. It was still there, I got it. So this is my other Freedom Couture wig. This is Blair. She is, again, naturally very dark. She has been highlighted to this gorgeous caramel. Again, great hairline on this one. It's shiny, it's not been treated or bleached to within an inch of its life. Again, like with the other one, I haven't straightened or curled or anything since I washed this one the other day. That pin just like fully disintegrated in my hand and now it's like embedded in the mannequin space. This one I got in a small. So after I had Janet first, she was a medium and I had to do quite a lot of customising. So I thought if I got a small, I wouldn't have to do any customising. I have done more customising again, but this one definitely fits more snug around the back of my head. Again, I've cut around the ear tabs, so this lace did come to about there. There were these wires, almost like a bra wire. I've cut those out and taken them out. So this sits very, very nicely round my ears. It doesn't sort of itch against my ear. That was the problem that I found with some of my other lace wigs, is they were too closely cut around my ear, and I found they just itched and irritated, and I couldn't wait to sort of rip it off. The inside of the cap, again, is a stretch cap, combs, so these little clips, super flexible, super comfortable. I just love the colours in this one. Very, very similar at the top to Janet, but this one, I just love the caramelly colour. As you can see, there's so much shine in this hair, and I haven't done anything apart from wash her. I always use sulfate-free products. I always use a hair oil. I've been using an Olaplex leave-in treatment as well, just because these hairs obviously are not getting the natural oils that natural hair would, so they do need extra sort of nourishment, extra treatment. Again, the hairline is amazing. So like I said, this is not stuck on, this is just put on. So you can imagine they just look like they're growing out of my scalp. Again, loads of little baby hairs. I just can't get over how gorgeous these wigs are. The hairlines are so nice, they're so natural. I'm obsessed. So where this lace would sit, I can tuck my hair behind my ears. I've not been able to do that for so long. It's weird the little things we miss, isn't it? So I can stick this lace down here. Plenty of room around my ears. If you've not invested in a Freedom Couture wig, what are you doing? They have honestly changed my life. They really have. This one I paid, it was around the £1,000 mark. I think it's worth it. I really, really do. Compared to some of the other wigs that I've had, these are by far my favourite. When these are stuck on, I swear you can't tell they're wigs. You would never know unless you were so close to me. You would have to get so close in order to tell that this is a wig. I mean, look at the blend. I know there's a slight colour difference between my face and the lace, but honestly, I don't think you can get much better than this. This one took longer to arrive than the sale one. They posted via Australian Post. With that, I did have to pay customs fees on top of everything. I ended up paying about £1,000 for the wig, £65 for shipping, and then I had to pay something like £25 in customs fees. I did query with Freedom Couture why there wasn't any fees on the last one there was with this one. They said because with the sale they had so many orders, they were shipping them out quick. They used a different courier and it meant that we got it quicker and we didn't have to pay any customs. But their usual standard method of shipping, there are usually customs fees. Absolutely fine. I mean, when you're paying so much for a wig anyway, an extra 20 quid, I really, really want more. I really want to get a Freedom Couture blonde, but I cannot. I've rinsed my bank account. I have so many wigs on credit. These wigs have really, really given me such a confidence boost. Definitely my two favourites. So next up is a swim/gym wig. So this one I got from Ciara Headscarves. I found her on the Alopecia UK Facebook page. She creates wigs that are perfect for doing sports, for comfort, easy to wear. They are synthetic wigs. It's not one that I would wear every day. It's one that I initially bought because I thought I would wear it on holiday, by the pool, on the beach. I actually didn't end up doing that, but it is perfect for just chucking on if you're nipping out. So this is the long length. I can't remember the colour. I think it was dark chocolate. So with these gym and swim wigs, I was really intrigued as to how they actually stay on. I had no idea what the hairline would be. This is the gym swim wig. Obviously synthetic, got a cracking plastic shine to it. But she's a gorgeous colour. She is a little knotty. I do find that with synthetic wigs, they knot up so easily. I know a lot of people steam them, but as I don't really have any synthetic wigs, I have not got a steamer, so I just sort of get on with it. With synthetic hair, you can't rake your fingers through it like you can with human hair. It does not detangle with just your fingers. It has no hairline. It has a piece of elastic all the way around it. It's got a little Velcro bit that you can tighten and loosen the wig with. It has a silicone lining inside the elastic, if you can see that, all the way around. That is to stop it from slipping, especially when you're doing exercise. Really easy to put on. You just throw it on do up the Velcro. I probably wouldn't wear a wig liner with this one because I don't feel like it needs it. It doesn't feel itchy when you're wearing it, and also you need the silicone to be on your skin to stop that slipping. So this is the elastic. Obviously inside this you've got the silicone. It's so not slippy. It's definitely not the most flattering, especially on the ears. So these wigs do come in so many different colours. They come in lots of different lengths. You can get it from a bob to a really long one. This is what I mean, you cannot rake your fingers through it. You also get a choice of 2 headbands to come in it. So you wouldn't wear it just like this. You get 2 cotton jersey sort of material headbands. You can choose 2 colours. There's quite a lot of colours to choose from. I chose black and charcoal. I also thought I'd wear this one for work because it's easy. I can put it in a bobble. So these headbands that come with it, they're designed to cover up the elastic band. It's quite nice as well because it keeps your ears warm. I know a lot of kids wear these, like school age kids, young kids. I know they wear them for ease because they're not having to stick them on. And they look really cute with the headbands. You can have it down, you can also put it up, you can put it in a high ponytail. Obviously you can't see any of the band. And it's just so easy for the gym. You can swim in this. I did find it was a bit strange because it's plastic, it doesn't get wet. It doesn't soak up any of the water. So yeah, this one, I think it was £55, which is very reasonable for a wig. Obviously not the best quality because it's synthetic, but I think I'm a bit of a synthetic hair snob. You can brush it all out. But I know if you're going to wear synthetic wigs, the best thing to have is a steamer because it steams, heats the hair up. It almost like melts it slightly. A lot of people who do wash their synthetic wigs find that steaming them afterwards really sort of helps them to be smooth again. I just haven't done anything with this wig. I know if I was to wear it more often, I would invest in a steamer. But for the time being, I don't wear it enough to warrant buying one. This is just one of those wigs that I've got if I just want something quick, if I just need to throw something on, if I'm going to the gym and I have no hair on and I feel like I want hair that day, perfect for that. So yeah, Ciara headscarves, gym and swim wig, loads of different colours, loads of different styles, loads of different colours of headband. Yeah, on to the next. So some of these other wigs I've not worn yet, purely because I haven't had time to finish them. One that if you follow me on my Instagram you would have seen over the summer is my blue wig. So over the summer I decided to start trying to teach myself to make a wig. The first one that I made, I gave myself about 2 days before my holiday to buy the hair, dye the hair, and assemble the wig. I watched a few YouTube videos, I figured out how to do it. I had a couple of attempts before at another wig that I will show you in a minute. It hadn't gone well, but I really wanted a blue wig for my holiday. And it went well. She's looking a little worse for wear, I'm not gonna lie. It was a good wig. With this hair, I bought this from Amazon. I got 2 hair bundles and a 13x4 frontal. With the bundles, they're like hair extension wefts. You sew them onto a wig cap, and then the frontal is the lace bit, so that's the bit that looks like it's growing out your scalp. The bits along the back, you can't show them because they are literally strips of hair. She needs a bit of a brush. She's just been sat for a while. So yeah, because she's just been in storage, she's not straight, she's a bit frizzy. She's also got a bit of makeup on her. I think that bleached in the sun. I don't know why she's got a light streak. This is Blueberry Baby, named after a rep in Cavos, who every time I walk past him, he would say, "Blueberry Baby." He just nicknamed me Blueberry Baby in this wig. As I say, I made this myself. I'll show the inside of the cap. So you've got your lace frontal, excuse the blue dye all over it. So your lace frontal, which looks like it's growing out your scalp, it's all hand tied. This is the wig cap that I built it onto. You can see the white stitches inside where I sewed the hair wefts onto. I also added an elastic piece which just goes around the back of my head. It's attached just behind my ears. Just adds a bit of extra security because it is a little big. I've not quite figured out how to do it exactly to my size, but it works. It does work. You can also put some little clips onto the back of the wig cap that you can clip onto the elastic that will just give it extra security. I've just never got around to it. I have never worn this wig without makeup because it just does not look good. Obviously she looked a lot better when I had her poker straight. I've not curled this one yet, but I think that would look cute. Now, she is a bit frizzy. With these hairs, I bought this in the colour 613, which is like a bleach blonde. When you're buying hair bundles, frontals, things like that, they either come in very, very dark, and the other colour is 613 blonde, which is very, very blonde. That is the colour that you need if you want to go anything between black and blonde. Unless you are comfortable with bleaching hair from very, very, very dark up to a lighter colour, always go for 613. It's just so much easier. So this was white blonde when I first got it. I used the Arctic Fox Aquamarine dye. I used the watercolour method where you put the dye into boiling hot water, mix it up and dunk the wig in. So quick, so quick. It's such an easy method. The lace on this is actually a very, very good lace. Like I say, there is a bit of makeup on it. It doesn't quite match my skin at the minute. I bleached the roots inside this because to get the knots to not be blue, you do need to bleach the inside. Pretty good quality lace, to be fair. So because of the frontal, it looks like it's growing out of my scalp. If I was to turn around and give myself pigtails, you would see the wefts of hair. So it's not great if you know you want to do sort of half up, half down. It's not great for a ponytail because it doesn't sit flat against the nape of my neck. But when this wig was straightened, it was done really nice. It hadn't been sat on my windowsill for months on end. This was so much fun. I absolutely loved it. It does need a good condition because it has been in the sea, in salt water. It's had heat from the sun, straighteners. It does need a good condition. But with some straighteners running over it, this looks amazing. Because it is afro hair, when it gets humid or hot, it does poof. So that was one thing I hadn't really thought about. So when I first put this on, I got all ready for my night out in Cavars, took my pictures for Instagram. By the time I got home, this hair was huge. Heat, humidity, not great for afro hair, but it's fun. I think once you've had a few drinks, I don't care. Just a bit of fun. So the first wig that I ever made didn't go well the first few times. I was still sort of learning. I'd been following YouTube videos. I'd been trying to get the method down. I made this twice. It still wasn't fitting. It was too big. I then made this a third time months and months and months later. I haven't quite finished it yet. I've still got to trim the lace. I've still got to pluck the hairline so it looks more natural, and I need to put an elastic, like in the blue one. I need to put an elastic in the back just to make it more snug and secure to my head. I am obsessed with this colour. I wanted a ginger wig for as long as I could remember, so I made one. So initially I was a bit off put by this colour because I really wanted a natural auburn ginger, but the more I looked at it, the more I just love the fact that it is bright, it's vibrant, it's a very orangey ginger. There's different tones in her as well where it's not taken as well. These bits are like fire. Yeah, I've still got a few things to do to this wig. I do need to bleach the knots inside. I don't know if you're going to see this, but where the knots of the hair are, you can sort of see like little ginger knots. We want these bits to be bleach blonde. If you bleach the inside of the cap, you need to mix up your bleach really, really thick and just lay it across, paint it on the inside of the lace frontal. What it will do is it will bleach those little tiny knots where each hair is sewn into the frontal. It will bleach them and they will be almost white. So it will look like the hairs are growing out from your scalp rather than growing from a knot. I used 3 bundles for this one because I wanted it to be a bit thicker, and I got them in length 16 inch, 14 inch, and the frontal is a 12 inch. So it gives you that nice layered look without having to cut it. So like I say, this isn't quite finished. It's still a bit big, a lot big actually. I have quite a lot of room in here. I just love this colour. Especially with a tan, when I've got some makeup on, I am just obsessed. Nice and thick, not too long, definitely not as long as my other wigs. I am probably going to trim this just so it gets rid of these sort of wispy little bits. You can see where it's layered through the different lengths. So I use 16 inch on the bottom few rows, 14 inch, and then this Frontal is a 12-inch. I'm going to link the video that I used to learn how to make these wigs step by step in the description box, because it really, really helped me. So informative, and I don't know how I came across it, but it's really helped. Obviously, because I haven't trimmed the lace off this yet, I do need to cut around my ears just to make it more comfortable, to trim it down to my size. I'm also, you can see the hairline on this wig is very perfect. It does have these baby hairs though, which is great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pluck the hairline just to make it look more natural. The quality of the hair is really, really good on this actually. This hair I bought from Rosabeauty. I think it was from America. I paid about $170 for 3 bundles and a frontal. Sounds like quite a lot of money, but actually it's really good quality hair. Again, I got this in 613 blonde, so it was white blonde. And then I used hair dye from a brand called Adore. I used the colour Cinnamon and also a little squeeze of Cajun Spice, and again I did this with the watercolour method. Loads of videos about that on YouTube. So this is really, really soft hair. Again, it is afro hair, so it's gonna be quite big if it gets really humid, but for this country it's perfect. It's really, really nice, really good quality, really shiny. I would definitely buy hair from them again. It only took about a week or 2 to arrive, and then to sew into the wig cap probably takes about 5 hours, I think it took me to make this wig. But yeah, I love this colour and I cannot wait for it to be finished. I do need to crack on and do it because I really want to wear this, especially as we're coming into autumn. I feel like this gingery colour is a really, really nice autumn transitional shade. So last but not least, this is a wig that I got off Amazon. I bought this ready-made because I couldn't be bothered to make another one, but I really wanted a pink wig. It's not quite turned out how I wanted it to, and I think that's why I haven't yet finished this wig. I do need to cut the lace. I need to take the hair for a trim because it is quite steppy. The inside of this is a stretch cap rather than a full lace. It does have grips and it is a stretch cap. Again, it has these little clips that you can make it smaller or bigger, and it's pink. It's definitely a brighter pink than I wanted. I wanted a very subtle, almost like washed out bubblegum shade, but this is just bright. This is bright pink. I did bleach the roots again. I bleached the knots. So basically when this is on your head, you cannot see the knots. You can just see almost like white. So it looks like it's growing out of your scalp. I'm just going to throw this on so you can see. I think this is 12-inch for a bob. I haven't straightened it. Haven't done anything to it. Obviously, as I straighten this, I would curl it under. Not quite sure it's my colour. It does have a really, really good hairline. It does have baby hairs. Because I bleached the inside of the knots, it does look very, very pale blonde, which just gives the illusion that it is growing out of your scalp. Now again, if I was to part this down the back, you would see the wefts. I just thought this was like the blue one. It's just another fun wig. Wouldn't wear this without a full face of makeup because I just look insane. But yeah, just thought it was really cute. Just another little idea, little project. I do need to cut the lace on this. Do need to cut it around my ears. There is lace actually on the nape of the neck, so I guess you could stick that. You could stick that down and wear it up, but it is very, very short at the back, so I don't think there is any point in that. But yeah, just another fun wig. I would probably wear this one on holidays more than anything. Potentially on a night out if I was getting all dressed up and just fancied a bit of colour. Once she's styled, I think she'll look really nice. I think I paid about £80 for this wig. Again, got it in a 613 and I used Adore hair dye in Candy Floss Pink, I think. I put a squeeze of Arctic Fox Vibrant Pink, I believe it was called, and I think that's what's made it so bright. But it's fine. I'm sure the pink will wash out after a couple of washes. I think it will become more of a faded Candy Floss Pink, which is more of what I was going for, but it's fine. We can change it up. This is so weird getting used to a fringe. So yeah, that is my wig collection, my life update, my alopecia update. I hope you've all enjoyed this video. I'm gonna link every single wig in the description. The Freedom Couture ones are not gonna be the exact link because they only come out sort of once a week. They don't often make the same styles more than once, but I'm gonna put a link to them in the description. Give them a follow on Instagram. They do always preview what they're gonna be selling that week. They do preview it in the week up to. They always have competitions to win free wigs, which is always great. The Amazon bundles and the Rosabeauty hair I will also link. Any questions, just let me know. I'm always happy to help. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't already subscribed, click the subscribe button below, give us a thumbs up, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye!